Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So on today's video I'll be talking about my birth and delivery story, what happened and how it happened and when it happened. So I gave birth on the 27th of September 2019, but initially my due date was on the 28th of September 2019. That's the first one. The second one was on the 3rd of October 2019. So I had two due dates. So I was expecting to give birth either on the 28th September or 3rd October 2019. So on the 26th of September 2019, I was doing my mom's hair. So I braided her hair from morning until I think for like 4 to 5 hours. Oh, she massaged my feet, and then I think I went to bed around 7 p.m. ish because I was really tired. Midnight around 12:01. So before while during my pregnancy I used to do a lot of research in terms of what should I expect when I'm about to give birth. How will I know it's time? How will I know the difference between false contractions and real contractions? And I also learned about timing your contractions, right? But I think I forgot about some of those stuff right now. But anyway, around midnight, so I felt a little bit of pain on my lower abdomen. And then I thought maybe it's just because I'm tired from braiding my mom's hair, right? I didn't really pay attention to it. And then around 1 2 I thought, okay, no, this is getting really serious. So I texted my boyfriend, who wasn't in Joburg at the time. I texted him and I was like, babe, I think I've got a pain that is related to labor, but I'm not quite sure. But just in case you wake up and I'm already in labor, just know that, you know, if this happened. Fine. I stayed up, and then around 3 to 4 I decided to time my contractions. So I started timing them, and there were a couple of minutes apart where it states that you're still far from delivery. I forgot how minutes apart they were. So I timed them, and then around 5 I felt, but no, they are really labor pains. So I went down Giza, right? And then I stayed a bit. And then at 6 I woke my mom up, and I was like, Mom, I think I've got a bit of pain and I think the baby is coming. So she panicked a bit, and then she was asking me how bad the pain is, how do I know it's the pain, like it's labor pain. I told her how I was feeling, and then I've already started the Giza. So I went right around 6. I took a bath. Around 7 she took a bath as well, and then she made me a smoothie. So when I lived with my mom, we used to have water in the morning and then followed by smoothie and cereal. Now it's the 27th in the morning around 7 a.m. So I only had the smoothie, and I didn't want any cereal or water at that time. And then around 8 to 9 we left the house and went to the hospital. We got to the hospital. At that time my contractions, so I could still talk during my contractions and in between, so they were not that bad. So I got to the hospital around 9. So I got there, they checked how far I was in terms of dilation. I think I was, oh, I should have done this video a long time ago because I forgot other stuff now. I think I was around like 3 to 4 centimeters dilated. So they told me, okay, no, I need to chill a bit. At this point I can still talk during the contraction and even after. Your time went by better around 10-11. So around 10-11 I can't talk during the contraction, but then in between contractions I can, like, well, I can talk, but it's just really painful. So I'm just thinking, and then I'm hearing these other ladies making noise in the other rooms, and I'm like, why are they so dramatic? It's not that bad. So they asked if my mom, because at the hospital I was going to give birth at, well, at the hospital I gave birth at, you are allowed to have a relative or anybody in the room with you when you give birth. So my boyfriend wasn't around Joburg at that time, so I asked my mom and I called my sister to ask if they wanted to be in the room with me when I gave birth. My sister was like, nope. My mom as well was like, no, she doesn't want. But then she decided to go home to get more of her stuff because she wasn't going to be admitted with me. So she decided to go home, and then I was left alone. So your time went by. So around 12, I was 6 centimeters dilated. It was really bad. I couldn't talk during the contractions, but I still was a normal person in between them, so I could like just listen to them, and then when they're gone, I'd just take my phone and be like, oh yeah, updating my boyfriend and everything. So the minute I felt them at night, I told them like, you need to pray. When you wake up to this message, you must pray. So my mom left. I think when she left as well, she was planning to go home. Well, she was planning to get home and pray. We believe strongly in prayer, and I was also praying while I was at the hospital. So when I was around 7 centimeters dilated, right, they checked me, and then they mistakenly said I was 9. So when she said I was 9, the other doctor was like, no, this can't be 9. She's so chilled. She cannot be a 9. And I'm thinking, what do you mean I'm chilled? It's so painful. I'm not chilled. And I'm like, I'm not chilled. It's painful. And then when 9 got there, I understood exactly what she meant. She's too chilled. She can't be a 9. So when 9 centimeters hit, it was horrible. And so my water hadn't broken yet. So around 9 centimeters, no, around 8 centimeters actually, they ruptured my water. So my water broke, but they did it for me. So soon after they ruptured my waters, I forgot what it's called, but soon after my water broke, it became intensely painful, and they told me that they wanted to rupture my membrane. They wanted to rupture it so that it can speed up the process of delivery. So they ruptured my membrane, and if it's called the membrane, I'm not really sure. I forgot. I didn't do my research before this video. So it became intensely painful, like so painful. And I didn't want C-section. I've got nothing against it, but just not for me. So I didn't want it for myself. So when I was around 9 centimeters, guys, this video is going to be all over, but I just really hope you guys get what I'm trying to say and you understand the whole story. So at 9 centimeters or 8, I'm not sure. No, at 9, they were trying to, so at 9 centimeters they came to check my dilation again. So I had 2 doctors helping me. So the other one came to check how far I was dilated, and then she realized that the baby wasn't coming down. So she decided that I'm gonna get a C-section, emergency C-section. I was so, oh my gosh, I was so devastated. I prayed a lot. I begged her. I was like, please, I don't want C-section. Now imagine I'm having contractions, I'm in labor. At the same time, I'm begging the doctor, but please, I don't want C-section. Please try. And this was a white doctor. And then this other black doctor came through. She was closer. She came through and she was like, okay, I'm going to take over shift now, whatnot. And then I told her that, listen, she's saying I'm gonna get into section and I don't want it. Please try. And she was like, okay, cool, it's fine. You know I'm gonna try. And then she came through. And then at this time, I think I was already like around 9 to 10, because at 10 now you're ready to give birth. So she came through, and then she was like, this was around 5 p.m. in the afternoon. Imagine, I've been having contractions since midnight. So she came through, and then she was like, okay, cool, I'll have to, and then she checked me, and then she was like, it's fine, we'll give you an episiotomy. So an episiotomy is whereby they cut your perineum for you instead of you tearing during natural birth. So they'll cut my perineum, and then I'm gonna have an assisted delivery. So while I was pushing the baby down, she was also pushing the baby down on my stomach with an episiotomy as well. So I got an episiotomy and I gave birth naturally. Sorry, love. And I gave birth naturally. And then yeah, that's how my daughter Oh, by the way, after I gave birth, literally I was like, thank you, Jesus. And I looked at the doctor and I was like, thank you so much, because I got my natural birth. They stitched me up and that was it. And then they gave me my daughter. Yeah, and my daughter is turning 1 in a couple of days, in 3 days actually from today, because I'm shooting on the 24th. So she's turning 1. It feels so surreal. I hope you guys did enjoy this video, and I'll see you on my next one.